In the previous lecture, we have covered with the topic of resonance, that is a resonance in series RLC circuit. We have done the derivation of frequency that comes out to be 1 by 2 pi square root of LC, and then the derivation of quality factor, and from that derivation we got this result that Q is equals to, that is the quality factor for series RLC circuit, and this is equals to VC by V. VC is the voltage across the capacitor. Okay, and V is the net voltage across the complete circuit, and then it is equal to VL by V. Similarly, VL is the voltage across the inductance, and this is, comes out to be 1 by R square root of L by C. So this is the formula for the quality factor. As this formula contains the ratio of voltages, okay, it contains the ratio of voltages, that is VC by V and VL by V. So this quality factor is also called as the voltage magnification. Okay, this one is also called as voltage magnification. Okay, so there is one new definition for the quality factor, that it is defined as the voltage magnification in the circuit. I'm writing here, it is defined as the voltage magnification in the circuit at F is equal to Fr. That means the voltage magnification at the resonant frequency. Fr is the resonant frequency. So, and there is one curve for the quality factor like this. If here is the frequency upon x-axis, if there is the frequency, and let us suppose here is the resonant frequency, then the curve for the quality factor can be drawn as like this, and this one, and from these two curves, this the steep curve, okay, this one is for the large value of Q. If the value of Q is large, then we got the curve like this. The curve is steep at its upper end. Okay, but if the value of Q is very small, then we get this type of curve. The lower, less steepness is there in the curve. So this curve is for the small Q, and this curve is for the large value of Q. Okay, and the sharpness of the tuning of RLC circuit is measured by the value of दिस Q वैल्यू. ओके, कि हमारा जो RLC सर्किट है उसकी जो ट्यूनिंग है कितनी शार्प है, that sharpness is given by the value of this Q. Okay, so this indicates the sharpness of RLC circuit. Okay, this indicates the sharpness of RLC circuit. And also, अभी ये हमारा जो फॉर्मूला निकला था, and from this formula it is observed that also VC, तो VC क्या आ रहा है या VL क्या आ रहा है, it is the V times Q. ठीक है, if you seen from this formula that VC is equals to V into Q, VL is equals to V into Q. So what does this mean? कि ये क्या indicate कर रहे हैं कि कैपेसिटेंस के क्रॉस वोल्टेज या इंडक्टेंस के क्रॉस वोल्टेज रेजोनेंट फ्रीक्वेंसी के ऊपर, ठीक है, एट F इक्वल टू FR, ये V टाइम्स Q होती है. ठीक है, ये है हमारी नेट वोल्टेज जो हम अप्लाई कर रहे हैं सर्किट को. ओके, एंड दिस नेट वोल्टेज इज मल्टीप्लाइड विद दिस Q फैक्टर. ये Q फैक्टर के साथ मल्टीप्लाई हो रही है, और जो वोल्टेज अपीयर हो रही है हमारी कैपेसिटेंस के क्रॉस या इंडक्टेंस के क्रॉस, ये बहुत ज्यादा बढ़ जाती है. ठीक है, अगर तुम यहाँ देखो कि ये जो कैपेसिटेंस के क्रॉस और इंडक्टेंस के क्रॉस वोल्टेज है, ये अप्लाइड वोल्टेज से भी ज्यादा है. ठीक है, इन दो कंपोनेंट्स के क्रॉस जो वोल्टेज अपीयर हो रही है, दैट इज V टाइम्स Q. Q मल्टीप्लाई हो रहा है V से, so that means very high voltage appear across the capacitance and inductance. Okay, so which, and this results in damage to the insulation. ठीक है, तो जब ये हाई वोल्टेज अपीयर होती है, दैट इज नॉट फॉर द ऑल टाइम, ये हाई वोल्टेज सिर्फ कब अपीयर हो रही है, एट एफ इज इक्वल टू F1, जब रेजोनेंट फ्रिक्वेंसी की कंडीशन है तभी अपीयर होगी, ठीक है। बट एट दिस कंडीशन इट मे डैमेज द इंसुलेशन ऑफ द कंपोनेंट्स, ठीक है। ये जो डिवाइसेस हमने लगाई हुई हैं, कैपेसिटेंस है, इंडक्टेंस है, वो डैमेज भी हो सकती है, उनकी इंसुलेशन खराब हो सकती है व्हेन दिस हाई वोल्टेज अपीयर अक्रॉस द कैपेसिटेंस एंड इंडक्टेंस। ओके, so Vc is equals to VL is equals to V times Q. So very high voltage appear across L and C, ठीक है। L और C के क्रॉस बहुत ज्यादा हाई वोल्टेज अपीयर होती है एंड दिस may damage the device, ये जो डिवाइसेस लगी हैं इसको ये डैमेज भी कर सकती है ये हाई वोल्टेज। सो द ऑपरेशन एट रेजोनेंट फ्रीक्वेंसी इज अवॉइडेड इन पावर सर्किट्स, ठीक है। तो इसी रीजन के कारण ये क्वेश्चन कई बार निकल भी आता है, ड्यू टू दिस रीजन द ऑपरेशन एट रेजोनेंट फ्रीक्वेंसी के ऊपर सर्किट की वर्किंग अवॉइड की जाती है, स्पेशली इन द पावर सर्किट्स, ठीक है। पावर सर्किट्स होते हैं जिनकी ऑलरेडी वोल्टेज बहुत ज्यादा दी हुई है, नॉट 220, इट्स वेरी हाई वोल्टेज, जो बहुत हाई वोल्टेज सर्किट्स होते हैं उनको हम पावर सर्किट्स बोलते हैं, ठीक है। और इन दैट पावर सर्किट्स को कभी भी हम रेजोनेंट फ्रीक्वेंसी के ऊपर रन नहीं करते। सो व्हाई, व्हाट इज द रीजन बिहाइंड इट, क्यों रन नहीं करते हैं, क्योंकि अगर रेजोनेंट फ्रीक्वेंसी के ऊपर रन करेंगे पावर सर्किट्स को तो उनके क्रॉस जो कंपोनेंट्स लगे हुए हैं उनके क्रॉस वोल्टेज बहुत ज्यादा अपीयर होगी और जो कंपोनेंट है वो खराब भी हो सकता है। सो दिस इज द रीजन that this is the reason that resonant circuits will not operate on resonant frequency operation will not be done on the power circuits, ठीक है। पावर सर्किट्स के बीच में कभी भी रेजोनेंट फ्रीक्वेंसी के ऊपर सर्किट को नहीं चलाया जाता है, ठीक है। सो दिस इज द रीजन बिहाइंड इट, because it will very high voltage appear across L and C and this may damage the device, so that's why it may damage its insulation or it may damage the device completely, okay। So this is the reason why the circuit will not operate upon the resonant frequency, okay। So एक concept तो ये था that is related to the Q factor, and then one more very important concept about the सीरीज RLC रेजोनेंट सर्किट, एक जो बहुत और इम्पोर्टेंट चीज है इस सर्किट्स के बारे में, वी नो दैट कि सीरीज RLC रेजोनेंट सर्किट्स के केस में हमने ग्राफिकल रिप्रेजेंटेशन ऑलरेडी वी हैव डन इन द लास्ट लेक्चर, ठीक है। तो Z क्या आता था, दैट इज द इम्पिडेंस, इम्पिडेंस इज मिनिमम, ठीक है। इम्पिडेंस इज मिनिमम कितनी है, R के बराबर है, ठीक है, एट F इज इक्वल टू Fi। अगर हम सर्किट को रेजोनेंट फ्रीक्वेंसी के ऊपर चलाते हैं तो इम्पिडेंस हमारी मिनिमम आती है, ठीक है। कितनी आती है, दैट कम्स आउट टू बी इक्वल टू रेजिस्टेंस, ठीक है। और अगर इम्पिडेंस मिनिमम है तो दैट मीन्स ऑपोजिशन इन द सर्किट इज मिनिमम, ठीक है, ऑपोजिशन मिनिमम है। सो दिस इज द रीजन दैट RLC series resonant circuits are called as RLC series resonant circuits are called as acceptor circuits. ठीक है, तो ये क्वेश्चन भी कई बार एग्जाम में पूछा जाता है कि व्हाई दे आर कॉल्ड एज द एक्सेप्टर सर्किट्स, कि आरएलसी सीरीज रेजोनेंट सर्किट्स को एक्सेप्टर सर्किट क्यों बोला जाता है, क्योंकि आरएलसी सीरीज रेजोनेंट सर्किट्स के केस में ऑपोजिशन इज द मिनिमम, ठीक है, करंट मैक्सिमम निकलता है, ठीक है, ऑपोजिशन जो मिनिमम है, इंपिडेंस मिनिमम है, आर के बराबर है, सो दैट्स व्हाई दीस सर्किट्स आर कॉल्ड एज द एक्सेप्टर सर्किट्स। ज्यादा से ज्यादा एक्सेप्ट करते हैं, अपोज कम करते हैं, ठीक है, सो दैट्स व्हाई दे आर कॉल्ड एज द एक्सेप्टर सर्किट्स। Okay, and the main application of RLC series resonant circuit is in the radio transmitters and receivers, ठीक है, ये जो ऐसे सर्किट्स होते हैं इनकी जो मेन एप्लीकेशन रहती है दैट इज इन द application is in the radio transmitters and receivers, ठीक है, the main application is in the radio transmitters and receivers. So this is all the concept of RLC series resonant circuit. And okay, so next topic is the bandwidth. So bandwidth is actually the range of frequencies, okay, as we have seen that the different TV channels have their different frequency range, or you can also see in the radio, okay, there are old radios, there is scale on that radio, ठीक है, जो पुराने रेडियो होते थे उनके एक ऊपर स्केल होता था, ठीक है, जो कि एक पर्टिकुलर फ्रिक्वेंसी रेंज के ऊपर द साउंड अपीयर्स, ठीक है, या हम अभी आजकल भी देखें तो लाइक देयर इज द डिफरेंट फ्रिक्वेंसी रेंज, कोई 92.6 एफएम चलता है या कोई 101.2 पे एफएम चलता है, ठीक है, सो देयर आर डिफरेंट फ्रिक्वेंसी रेंज फॉर द डिफरेंट चैनल्स ऑन द रेडियो एंड टेलीविजन, सो दैट रेंज ऑफ फ्रिक्वेंसीज इज कॉल्ड एज द बैंडविड्थ, हम उसको बैंडविड्थ बोलते हैं। Okay, so the different formulas related to the bandwidth. Firstly, the definition for the bandwidth is, it is the difference between the frequencies. It is the difference between frequencies at which the circuit power reduces to 50% of maximum power. Okay. So this is a complete topic about bandwidth, that it is F2 minus F1, that is the difference between the 50% power frequencies, and these F1 and F2 are called as half power frequencies, and the relation between bandwidth, resonant frequency and quality factor is this: BW is equals to FR by Q, and also resonant frequency is equals to F1 F2 square root. Okay, so this is a complete topic about the bandwidth. Okay, so next topic is the resonance in parallel circuits, and this is the circuit for the parallel resonant circuits in which we have seen that L and C are connected in parallel and the resistance is connected in series with the inductance. The main supply voltage is V. Here is the main current I, which is divided into 2 arms. Here is the current IL and here is the current IC. The voltage that appear across the capacitance is VC, that is equal to this V. Okay, and the voltage that appear across the inductance is VL. Okay, so this is the circuit diagram, and before starting with the derivation for the resonant frequency, we have to draw one phasor diagram also. Okay, so for the phasor diagram, if here is the V, and as we know that the condition for the resonant circuits, ठीक है, जो हमने starting में definition की थी कि for resonant circuits V and I, that is the main voltage and main current, are in phase with each other. ठीक है, दोनों आपस में in phase होते हैं, that means the angle between them is 0 degree. So this is the main condition for the resonant circuit. तो वही condition हम यहाँ पे भी apply करेंगे. So if here it is V So then I is comes out somewhat here. So here is I, because this is as per the condition of the resonant circuits. तो resonant circuit की condition में according phasor ऐसा होना चाहिए, ठीक है. And as we see here that the I is divided into IL and IC. So for IC, we know that for capacitance, the current is of leading nature. ठीक है, हमने पहले analysis किए हैं. The current shows the leading nature as compared to the voltage. But for inductance, the current shows the lagging nature. ठीक है. As capacitance, the current is leading. So IC comes out to be somewhat here. Here is IC with the leading nature with respect to this voltage V, and where is IL? IL shows you the lagging nature. But यहाँ पे अगर देखो कि it is not the pure inductance. ठीक है, here there is R also and there is L also. So IL goes somewhat here. The lagging nature but with the angle phi. ठीक है, अगर यहाँ पे pure inductance होता कि resistance ना होता आर्म में, तो it will show the complete 90 degree lagging. But here the resistance is also attached with the inductance. So here's the lagging nature for IL. This is IL with an angle phi. This is a lagging angle phi. Let us indicate this angle as phi L. Okay, so this is phi L. Now the next we have to resolve this IL into the two components like this, two perpendicular components, and this component that will act as a base, so this we called as the IL cos of phi L. Okay, this component that is a horizontal component, we called it as the IL cos of phi L, and this vertical component we called as the IL sin of phi L. Okay, so this is the phasor diagram before starting with the derivation, main derivation. And one more, we have to draw one impedance triangle also for the phi L. इस आर्म के लिए impedance triangle draw करेंगे, and for this arm angle is phi L, that is the lagging angle, and on the base there is resistance. On the perpendicular side there is XL, that is the inductive reactance, and upon the hypotenuse side there is the Z, that is the impedance of RLC resonant circuit. Impedance of RL circuit, so you can indicate this as ZL. Okay, and what is this ZL? This one is equal to R square plus XL square square root. ये जो हमने impedance लिखा है, this is only for this arm. इस arm का हमने ये impedance triangle draw किया है. Okay, now let's start with the derivation part. Now, from the phasor diagram, IL is equals to, so what is IL? It comes out to be V by ZL. ठीक है, as you have seen from this circuit diagram, तो अगर IL current निकालना हो तो this is equals to complete voltage across this, that is V, and complete impedance of this arm, that is ZL. IL is equals to V by ZL, and similarly IC is equals to V by XC. यहाँ पे XC लिखेंगे because यहाँ पे इस आर्म में अकेला कैपेसिटेंस ही है हमारे पास, so V by XC. okay, और complete I is equals to IC plus IL, that is the net current is equals to the sum of the capacitive current and the inductive current. Okay, now as seen from the phasor diagram, अब इस अगर phasor diagram को observe करते हैं तो from phasor diagram IC is equals to IL sin of phi L. This is from the phasor diagram. And what is IC? IC is equals to this one. It is V by XC is equals to what is IL? IL is equals to V by ZL. ठीक है? What is sine of IL? This one from impedance triangle. ये जो हमने impedance triangle draw किया है यहाँ से, ठीक है? From impedance triangle, sine क्या आ जाएगा? Sine is the perpendicular upon hypotenuse. ठीक है? तो that comes out to be XL by ZL. ओके, तो जस्ट सॉल्व इट. ये v कैंसल आउट हो जाएगा एंड अपॉन सॉल्विंग इन द डिनोमिनेटर इट कम्स आउट टू बी ZL स्क्वायर. तो ZL स्क्वायर इज इक्वल टू XC इंटू XL. ठीक है, इस टर्म को याद भी रखना है क्योंकि ये हमें लेटर ऑन भी हमने यूज करना है इसको. तो ZL स्क्वायर इज इक्वल टू XC इंटू XL. And just now put down the formulas. So ZL square is equal to, this one is ZL. Okay, so ZL square is R square plus XL square. So XL square is L omega square. And XC is equals to 1 by C omega. And XL is equals to L omega. Okay, just put down these terms and solve it. This omega cancel out and this will give you L by C. Or further you can solve it. It is omega square L square is equals to L by C minus R square. Okay, or omega square is equals to L square के साथ डिवाइड कर देंगे तो it comes out to be 1 by LC minus R square by L square. ठीक है, ये जो L square है इसके साथ डिवाइड कर देंगे इस कंप्लीट राइट हैंड साइड को. तो from this omega comes out to be 1 by LC minus R square by L square square root. And omega, what is omega? It is equals to 2 pi f. ठीक है, and we are going here applied the condition of the resonance. So here omega can be equal to, this one is further equal to 2 pi f into r, fr, that is the resonant frequency. ठीक है, this fr is the resonant frequency. So from here fr comes out to be equal to 1 by 2 pi 1 by LC minus R square by L square. So this is the formula for the resonant circuit or resonant frequency for the parallel circuits of RLC. Okay, so this is the formula, and in this formula we can observe that if we neglect this resistance, ठीक है, इसी फॉर्मूले में अगर हम देखें कि as the value of resistance, as the value of R is very small, so neglect R. अगर R को निग्लेक्ट कर देते हैं इस फॉर्मूले में तो दिस फॉर्मूला विल कम्स आउट टू बी FR इज इक्वल टू, तो ये क्या आ जाएगा हमारे पास, सेम फॉर्मूला आ जाता है 1 by 2 pi square root of L. So this is the same formula which we have received in case of the series circuits. Okay, so this is the formula for the parallel RLC circuit on neglecting the value of resistance. अगर resistance को neglect करते हैं, otherwise if the resistance, the value of the resistance is given in the numerical, then you have to apply this formula. Okay, so this is the exact formula for the parallel RLC resonant circuits, and this is the formula upon neglecting the value of resistance. Okay, so this is the formula. So this is a complete derivation for the parallel RLC circuits. Now after this derivation, we have to do a little about the graphical representation. Graphical representation, or you can also say the graphical interpretation for parallel RLC resonance circuits. Okay, so for the graphical interpretation of parallel RLC resonance circuit, first we draw the same as we have done in the series RLC circuits. So here is the frequency and here is somewhat the resonant frequency. Okay. Now firstly about the impedance. Okay. As the impedance in case of the parallel RLC resonant circuits, कि जैसे हमने देखा था कि सीरीज के केस में we said that the impedance is minimum. ठीक है, सीरीज के केस में impedance हमने बोला था मिनिमम होती है, और वहीं अगर हम पैरेलल सर्किट्स को जब भी सॉल्व करते हैं तो दे आर सॉल्व बाय डूइंग द समेशन ऑफ 1/z, ठीक है, या 1/r1 प्लस 1/r2, तो हम रेसिप्रोकल्स लेते हैं, ठीक है. सो फॉर द पैरेलल RLC रेजोनेंट सर्किट्स द इम्पीडेंस at f is equals to fr is maximum. इम्पीडेंस यहाँ पे मैक्सिमम होती है. सो दिस इज द कर्व फॉर इम्पीडेंस. Impedance is maximum at f is equal to fr, and when the impedance is maximum, what about the current? तो current क्या होगा? Minimum हो जाएगा. So this is the current. Okay, so current is minimum. तो यहीं से एक और definition निकल जाती है कि as the impedance is maximum, ठीक है, as Z is मैक्सिमम, इम्पीडेंस मैक्सिमम है रेजोनेंट सर्किट्स के लिए, तो इम्पीडेंस मैक्सिमम है मतलब ऑपोजिशन इज द मैक्सिमम. ओके, ऑपोजिशन इज मैक्सिमम, तो दैट मींस these circuits are called as the rejector circuits. इनको rejector circuits बोला जाता है. ओके, so these type of the parallel RLC resonant circuits are called as the rejector circuits. Why they are called as rejector circuits? Because here the impedance is maximum, क्योंकि इस केस में opposition हमारी maximum है, ठीक है. So that's why they are called as the rejector circuits. Okay, impedance is maximum, current is minimum. Next is the resistance. तो रेजिस्टेंस फ्रीक्वेंसी के ऊपर नहीं डिपेंड करती है, सो रेजिस्टेंस रिमेन्स कांस्टेंट, अ सिंपल हॉरिजॉन्टल लाइन फॉर द रेजिस्टेंस. तो नेक्स्ट वन इज द इंडक्टिव ससेप्टेंस. So this one is the curve for, this one is for the inductive susceptance. तो यहाँ पे हम susceptance डिफाइन कर रहे हैं, ठीक है. susceptance होता है, susceptance is equals to 1/reactance, ठीक है. तो पैरेलल सर्किट्स में है तो सब कुछ क्या है कि रेसिप्रोकल में चलेगा. तो जैसे सीरीज के केस में हमने जो कर्व ड्रॉ की थी दैट इज फॉर द इंडक्टिव रिएक्टेंस, ठीक है, कैपेसिटिव रिएक्टेंस, बट यहाँ पे जो कर्व्स ड्रॉ होंगी दैट इज फॉर द इंडक्टिव ससेप्टेंस and capacitive susceptance. Okay, so this one is the curve for inductive susceptance, and the curve for the capacitive susceptance is like this. Here is the capacitive susceptance. So this one is the curve for capacitive susceptance, and the net susceptance passes through the resonant frequency. So this one is net susceptance, ठीक है. ये रेजोनेंट फ्रीक्वेंसी से पास करेगी एंड इट्स वैल्यू एट द रेजोनेंट फ्रीक्वेंसी इज 0. इसकी वैल्यू रेजोनेंट फ्रीक्वेंसी के ऊपर 0 रहती है. ओके, सो दिस वन इज द ग्राफिकल इंटरप्रिटेशन for the parallel resonant circuits, and from here the next one is the derivation for the Q factor. ठीक है, यहाँ ही से हम आगे Q factor का फॉर्मूला निकलेगा. तो फर्स्टली एक यहाँ से हमने वी हैव सेट दैट कि इम्पिडेंस इज मैक्सिमम. ठीक है, तो सीरीज के केस में इम्पिडेंस होती थी R के बराबर, बट हियर इट इज नॉट इक्वल टू R. तो ये यहाँ पे R के बराबर इम्पिडेंस नहीं आती है. तो इम्पिडेंस किसके बराबर आती है? तो जस्ट अ स्मॉल डेरिवेशन अबाउट दैट. तो यस, जो हमने लास्ट अभी फेजर डायग्राम एक स्टार्ट किया था, तो वहीं से स्टार्ट करेंगे. लाइक फ्रॉम द फेजर डायग्राम, जो हमने लास्ट अभी जब फ्रीक्वेंसी की डेरिवेशन की थी तो एक फेजर डायग्राम ड्रॉ किया था. एंड फ्रॉम दैट फेजर डायग्राम, तो आई इज इक्वल टू आई एल कॉस ऑफ फाई एल. ठीक है, हमने आई एल को दो कंपोनेंट्स में रिजॉल्व किया था. वन इज द हॉरिजॉन्टल कंपोनेंट आई एल कॉस ऑफ फाई एल, और दूसरा वर्टिकल कंपोनेंट आई एल साइन ऑफ फाई एल. सो द मेन करंट इज इक्वल टू IL cos of phi L that you have seen from the phasor diagram. So, and here IL is equal to, what is IL? That is V by ZL. And what is cos of phi L? Cos of phi L you have checked from the impedance triangle. ठीक है, जो impedance triangle draw किया था, that comes out to be R by ZL. Okay, so R by ZL comes out from the impedance triangle, and this is the IL is equals to V by ZL, and it is further equals to V into R by ZL square. Okay, and what is ZL square? ये भी हमने last derivation में किया था कि what is ZL square? It is XL into XC. जो हमने लास्ट डेरिवेशन की थी अबाउट द फ्रीक्वेंसी, तो वहीं पे हमने ये एक निकाला था, हाईलाइट भी किया था इसको. तो ZL स्क्वायर इज इक्वल टू XL into XC, एंड दिस इज फर्दर इक्वल टू L by C. ओके, तो ये हम डायरेक्टली यहाँ पे पुट डाउन करेंगे, तो दिस कम्स आउट टू बी V into R, यहाँ पे L एंड यहाँ पे C. ओके, सो दिस इज I. Or you can also write it as I is equals to V divided by L. इसको हम ऐसे भी लिख सकते हैं. ठीक है, L divided by R से. ठीक है, इसको हम इस फॉर्म में भी लिख सकते हैं. तो दिस फर्दर रिटन एज V अपॉन, इसको हम एक इम्पिडेंस का नाम दे देते हैं. We called it this as ZD. ठीक है, where ZD is equals to L by RC, where ZD is equals to L by RC, and this one is called as dynamic impedance. और इसको क्या बोलते हैं? This one is called as dynamic impedance. ठीक है, and we have said that कि at resonant frequency the current is minimum. ठीक है, and now this Z is actually ZD. ये ZD है, that will gives you the maximum impedance at resonant frequency, और इसके corresponding जो current है वो minimum है. ठीक है, that means the current corresponding to the dynamic impedance is a minimum current. ठीक है, तो यहाँ पे जो करंट निकलता है that is the actually the minimum current is there. Okay, or you can say that I is equals to V by ZD, and this I is equal actually I minimum. Okay, and what is ZD? ZD is equals to L by R. Okay, and this one is called as the dynamic impedance. And that's why this circuit is called as the रिजेक्टर सर्किट. तो इसीलिए इसको रिजेक्टर सर्किट बोला जाता है क्योंकि इम्पीडेंस इस केस में मैक्सिमम रहती है और करंट इस केस में मिनिमम रहता है. तो दैट्स व्हाई दिस इज कॉल्ड एज अ रिजेक्टर सर्किट. ओके, तो सिमिलरली जो सीरीज सर्किट्स थे उनको हमने बोला था दैट आर कॉल्ड एज द एक्सेप्टर सर्किट्स. Now the last is the definition or the small derivation for the quality factor. Okay, so for the Q factor, so this one is also called as the current magnification. So as we have seen in the series circuit, so that is the voltage magnification. That means the ratio of VC by V and VL by V. So here this one is called as a current magnification. That means the ratio of IC upon I or IL upon I. ठीक है, that the current across the capacitance divided by the net current or the current across the inductance divided by the net current. Okay, so this one is the Q factor and now we have to derive its formula. So starting with what is IL? So IL is V by ZL, that is the current in the branch which consists of resistance and inductance. Okay, so what is this further it equal to? It is V divided by R square plus L square omega square. Okay, and yes, apart from this formula, we know that in the last derivation, we have seen that ZL square is equals to XL into XC. ये देखो ये formula बार बार आ रहा है. This formula we have used in case of the derivation for the resonant frequency also, for the dynamic impedance also, and now for here also. So ZL square is XL into XC and it is further equals to L by C. तो ये L by C के बराबर है. Okay, so just directly put down it here. It comes out to be, yes, just remove this from, or we can directly use that formula, that is it comes out to be V divided by, so what is ZL? ZL is equals to L by C square root. So this is ZL. Okay, and therefore I is equals to, and I is equals to V by ZD. ये जो अभी हमने derive किया है, I is equals to V by ZD, and what is ZD? So ZD is equals to L by RC. ZD is equals to L divided by RC. So now the Q factor Q, that is I L upon I, it is equal to V divided by L by C. ठीक है, multiplied by, divided by I है तो it can be written as V and L by RC. It can be written like this. So where V cancel out, and when you solve this term, so this will be equal to, it comes out to be equal to and gives you the same formula, L by C. So this will gives you the same formula that you have achieved in case of the series RLC circuit. So Q factor, the formula remains same for series and parallel also. ठीक है, तो parallel के केस में भी हमें वही फॉर्मूला मिल रहा है, that is 1 by R square root of L by C. So similarly, if you have done the calculations for IC upon I, so it also you got this, that is 1 by R square root of L by C. So this is all about the Q factor, quality factor. And now one last is the comparison between the series and parallel circuits. And parallel resonant circuit. So first parameter is impedance. So impedance is minimum, that is equals to R,
and here it is maximum that is equal to I by S. Okay, the second one is current. The current is maximum that is equal to V by R because the impedance is known, therefore the current is maximum. And for the parallel, here the current is minimum, that is V by Z. And third point is power factor. So as per the definition of the resonant circuits, the power factor is always unit because the phase vector is zero. Okay, so that's why the power factor comes out to be unity. And for both the for both series and parallel resonant circuits, the power factor comes out to be unity. Okay, next fourth point that is the resonant frequency. It is 1 by 2 square root of L into C. And here the formula is 1 by 2 pi square root of 1 by Xc minus R square root of L square. Next one is the magnification that is related to the Q factor. Okay. So series resonant circuit it has a voltage magnification as we have derived, and here it is the current magnification. And next is the formula for the Q factor. So here the formula is 1 by R square root of L by C. And the same formula is achieved in the parallel resonance also, that is 1 by R square root of L by C. Next is the type of the circuit. So series is an acceptor circuit. Why it is acceptor circuit? Because its impedance is minimum.